Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachelle and this is The Rish Life. Today is April 2nd, 2021. It's crazy to believe that it was 382 days ago that I started working from home. I remember back in January of 2020, my dad sent a text to our family and said, "You better stock up on non-perishable items. This virus is coming and it's gonna completely change everything." And my family just kind of disregarded him. We thought he was just being his overly dramatic self.
Right.
But then come March, things really did start to change. And that was when here in BC we saw our first lockdown and we entered into a year that no one was prepared to see. Now, if you were lucky enough to have a job that allowed you to be able to work from home and maintain working your regular hours, for one, count your blessings. A lot of people, of course, couldn't stay employed, so having that luxury of being able to work from home is absolutely that, a luxury. So here we are, 382 days of working from home, and I don't know about you, but the term digital exhaustion or digital fatigue is something that my workplace has started talking about, and I think something that a lot of us are feeling and sort of struggling with. Every day kind of feels like Groundhog Day. So I wake up, make my coffee, go over to my computer, work there for 8 hours, and then log off and I'm still at home. So it feels like you're staying just in the same confined four walls of your house, and it gets to be a little bit tiring. I think back on working in the office and kind of what are the things that I was missing, and it's definitely the casual conversations that you have with people when you're walking down the hallway. Among other things, also having that break, having to walk to your meetings, even though it's only, say, 20 seconds to a minute, it gives you a little bit of a break from your screen and a little bit of a break from just focusing on work. So despite being working from home, there are still things that we can do to keep ourselves happy, keep ourselves focused, and give our brains a break. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to like and subscribe as it really supports my channel. It's free and it only takes a couple seconds. Here are my 5 tips for avoiding digital exhaustion while working from home. So tip number 1 is to take breaks outdoors. So whether that looks like enjoying your coffee out on your deck or patio, or just going for a walk around the neighborhood, maybe to start your day, just having those endorphins of being active and breathing in fresh air is really gonna help to reset your mind. Tip number 2 is to invest in a wireless headset, or if your company provides office supplies such as headsets and other hardware, definitely take advantage. Put in that request for a wireless headset. That way you have more freedom. You can get up during your meetings. Instead of just sitting at your desk, you can stand, walk around your room, and you're not tied to your desk for that entire meeting or potentially for your entire day. Tip number 3 is instead of scheduling full 1-hour meetings, try and schedule your meetings to just 45 minutes or 50 minutes. That way, not only are you providing yourself a little bit of a buffer time, but also you're giving that other person or those other people that you're meeting with that same respect and that same chance for them to get up, step away from their desk, fill up their coffee, whatever's needed. It's so challenging when we have these back-to-back meetings. You aren't moving from where you're seated, and it's just constant staring at your computer. Tip number 4 is to actually schedule in screen breaks, whether that's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the morning and afternoon. And by screen break, I mean stepping away from your computer, but also stepping away from your phone. So sometimes I find when I take a break from my work, I just scroll Instagram or scroll Facebook, and that really doesn't give me a break from the digital constant that we find ourselves in now that we're working from home. Completely taking a break from the screen also gives your eyes just a chance to readjust, to look at something far away instead of just constantly being narrow focused. And last but not least, I have tip number 5. And this one is well deserved. I know that a lot of millennials, so to speak, sometimes have a hard time doing this one, but you work for it, you earn it, and that is taking your paid time off. I feel that in today's society, there's a lot more focus on mental health, and sick days don't necessarily need to be for when you're throwing up. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling burnt out, and you need to take that mental health sick day, I don't think that that should be frowned upon. Taking a sick day for your mental health is honestly no different from taking a sick day because you have the flu. Having flu symptoms is gonna get in the way of you effectively doing your work, just like anxiety or burnout or depression are gonna get in the way of doing your work. If you work in an environment where you feel like it's uncomfortable or maybe frowned upon to take sick days for your mental health, just be really brief in your explanation of why you're taking a sick day. You don't need to explain, I'm sick mentally, just say, I'm not feeling my best, or I'm not feeling well, and that covers it truly. But with that being said, don't abuse sick days and use them as a fun day off. Only really take them if you genuinely need it to better yourself. It's really hard to say when this period of working from home is going to end, if at all. I know a lot of workplaces are starting to look towards maybe a gradual return and maybe always keeping half in the office, half at home. Not only does it save money for the company by not having to cover that overhead of building costs, but it also helps people have more flexibility with their work, and I think that that's something that's very appealing to young people and people that have families at any stages of their life. Let me know in the comments if you've been working from home and what helps you to kind of reset and to keep focused and not feel this digital fatigue. We got this, guys, no matter how much longer working from home lasts, or if you aren't working from home and unfortunately you aren't working at all right now, we'll get through this together and it isn't gonna last forever. Stay healthy, my friends, and I'll see you next week. Take care.